Attention all officers, this is ACO number 8. I'm requesting assistance from a ravine adjacent to the Fort Totten Metro tracks. I have located a white-colored female pit bull with multiple wounds throughout her body. She is barely responsive.
HLE 4 arriving on scene. In the afternoon of July 12th, we got a call from a concerned citizen who noticed a dog lying near the train tracks behind the Fort Totten Metro. We didn't know the extent of her injuries or even that she was injured when we first got the call. But when we arrived on scene, we found her unable to walk, lying on a tarp, covered in urine and feces, swarming with flies, and we noticed that she'd sustained a number of injuries, some of them quite severe, most glaringly a gaping wound above one of her eyes that was infested with maggots. Of all the cases we see, Lady Bell's is definitely one of the worst that I've seen in recent memory. Shortly after I arrived, she was rushed to Friendship Hospital for Animals, where we take our most critical cases. I think without our quick action, she wouldn't have made it.
Originally at the emergency clinic, they had given her a pretty poor prognosis given all of the injuries and all of the health conditions she had when she arrived.
The wound on her head was much more severe than they had initially reported, and it was consistent with a sharp object, likely a knife stab wound, that had fractured her skull. And then when I cleaned up that eye a little bit further, it was evident that that was also a deep laceration that was consistent with a sharp object. She was very poor body condition, which was likely contributing to her inability to walk or even want to stand. That in addition to her arthritis that we noted. And then she also had 2 hernias. Luckily, when we got in there, it did seem that miraculously it did not affect the actual globe. So we're very lucky that we were able to save that eye.
Days after, when I checked in on her condition, I was shocked when I found out that they had saved her eye and that she was up and about. They initially offered a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for this act of cruelty. The reward was actually later doubled. We did get a tip from someone who thought they recognized Lady Bell from their neighborhood. And we really rely on information like that from the community in these cases.
She didn't have that look about her that she wanted to give up, just that she needed some extra special care and love, which we were more than able to provide to her. And she just became stronger and stronger. Once Lady Bell was stable enough after her surgeries and she was really starting to come out of her shell, we knew we had to get her into a home. We had a foster step forward who was the perfect match.
At first it was just walk a few steps out front, go to the bathroom, come back. And she just really was shut down and unsure about herself. She had a lot of trouble getting up and down and a whole lot of trouble walking. She was really wobbly, so sometimes she'd stand up and just fall over. Around a month in, I was able to take her for a couple of miles hike in the woods. After fostering her for more than almost 4 months, I went away for a week, and when I came back was the very first time she gave me a kiss.
And it's just so amazing to see her, especially sitting curled up on the couch and the blankets and stuff like that. It's a different world from that picture we saw of her with her wounds and sitting on that tarp abandoned. It's just a complete 180.
I think I'm just most surprised by her absolute willingness to trust and be open to people and experiences. She seems to have gotten through her experience with a whole lot of spirit still intact.